It's time for the video I've been scared to make. This is my unpopular opinions for Eurovision 2023. I have 15 short sentences written down in a notepad that I have accumulated over the past few days. I knew I was going to film this video, but I didn't know what unpopular opinions that I had. I knew I had opinions about this year, but what ones were exactly unpopular, I didn't really had to kind of find out. And there were some opinions that I have that are definitely fucking unpopular. I know that. I have 15 that I'm going to share. I would love, actually I wouldn't love, I'd like you to be kind about your opinions, so go down in the comments and I will reply back. We can have a discussion about my unpopular opinions and you can share yours as well down in the comments. But yeah, let's just kind of jump into it. Some of these opinions are not just about the songs, they're also about kind of the organisation of the contest, about the BBC and stuff like that. But yeah, let's just jump into it. Head first. The first one, we're going to do a kind of controversial one. Maybe it's not controversial. I know people think like this, but I don't think people are really wanting it to happen. My first one is Sweden, Loreen. Sweden will not win the jury or televote, but she still might win the competition. I'm not saying I love Sweden's song. I absolutely love Loreen. The song is amazing. I think it's better than Euphoria. Personally, it's better than Euphoria for me. I'd love it if we were going back to Sweden next year. But what I am saying, she could still win. She has she has the best chance this year. But what I'm saying is, she probably is more likely to win the jury vote than the televote. But I'm actually thinking she probably won't win the jury vote. I don't think she will, personally. And the televote is probably highly unlikely. It'll probably be Finland or Austria that will win the televote. I really don't see it winning either. I don't know why. In my mind, I'm just not thinking it's going to be the jury winner or the televote winner. I don't know why I'm thinking it. I would love to go back to Sweden, but all I'm saying, she still could win, but I don't think she's going to win either jury or televote, because you don't actually have to win one of them to win. You can come second in both and still win, which is, I know, is weird. I'm saying her chances of winning are, in my mind, are growing less and less every day, and so are the odds. So I don't know, but that's my first unpopular opinion. Make of that of what you will. My second unpopular opinion, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, really. Actually, yeah, it is. It's San Marino is heavily underrated. It's really not that bad. That's what I've wrote down. San Marino is really underrated. Let me see where I actually have it. Oh wait, I can't, because it's on my phone. It's on my Eurovision scoreboard. I think I have it in the 20th to 25th place in my Eurovision scoreboard. Since I heard the actual track of it released a few days ago, it's not bad at all. It's not deserving of the hate. It's not deserving of the places that are getting in people's tops. It's definitely not the worst song we have this year. It's definitely not the worst San Marino entry we've ever had. It's underrated. That's my unpopular opinion. Tell me what you think as well about that. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I like it. That's just my general opinion on it. And a lot of people don't like it. And I'm like, why do you not like it? I know it's a general opinion, but you have to justify the reason of why you don't like it. It could be not your style. It could be that it's just not performed well live. But these guys actually have a decent song. They're not being appreciated enough, I don't think. Even if you don't like the song, don't have to generally be mean, and I think a lot of people are. Tell me what you think about that one in the comments. Now, my next one, my third unpopular opinion, this is my biggest one I have on this list. I say it's an unpopular opinion. I think this is just an outcome that I think might happen. It is an unpopular opinion though. Austria. It's about Austria. One of my favourites. It's in my third place, Austria. I put Austria as either going to win it or flop. It's going to one of the two things. That's my personal opinion. I don't think there's any in between with it. I might be wrong. This is one where I might actually be really fucking wrong on this. Austria is so out there. I think if they stage this perfectly, everything goes well and according to plan, I think juries will actually quite like this. A lot of people think this isn't going to be a jury song, but just remember, Tia and Selena have really good vocals, and that Mio Padre bit at the end is absolutely outstanding, and I think if they do that well live, that'll really impress juries. And if the staging is good in the arena, the juries will ultimately love it as well. But then Austria is really well known to really not do great with the staging. So if they don't stage this right, it's going to flop. And that's the thing that I'm most worried about with Austria. The country with the biggest potential to flop is Austria this year. It's the one song this year that, in my mind, I don't know how they're going to stage this. I don't know how I would stage this. If I was their staging director, I don't know what the hell I would do. I don't know what I'd do for the song. So it's going to either flop or do really well. Maybe not win, but I think it's going to either flop or come first or second. It's one of these situations like last year again, when Pia Maria and Limitsky's song came out, Halo. We loved it, everyone loved it, and it was like, oh my god, this is definitely going to qualify, this is really going to do well. And then look what happened. The staging was mediocre, and her vocals weren't great. We know Tay and Selena's vocals are really good. It's the staging, it's ultimately the staging with this song. The song's perfect, their vocals are absolutely amazing, it's just the staging I think is going to be a roadblock. Right, we're going to need to move on because I've got 15 of them and I'm only on my 4th, so I need to keep going. My 4th unpopular opinion, this is quite a big one. I think Serbia is probably not going to qualify. I can't believe I said that. I said it. When I was watching Serbia's national final, I was sure this was going to win. This was the best I think they had of the bunch, but now that it's actually out and kind of in the open, we're seeing it performed live and stuff, I just don't know if this is strong enough, to be honest with you. ESC Tom has this in his top, and I appreciate him having this as his top. It's people with different tastes. It's just different people have different tastes. And I believe, this is my opinion, obviously this is my unpopular opinions, not everyone will agree with this, but I know people will. And the reason I think that it's not going to qualify is not only is it third in the semi-final, which you can't qualify from, obviously, you can qualify from that position in the running order, but I just think the song's a bit empty, even though it's really captivating. I just think it's a bit empty. I just don't know what it is about it. It's a personal thing, it's captivating for other people, but it's really not pulling me in yet. It might happen within the next month, but as of right now, it's not qualifying in my books, and I can't see it getting read out as one of the 10 qualifiers right now with the strong semi-final that it's in. I just don't know. Now, my 5th unpopular opinion is along the same line. It is Latvia. I don't think Latvia is going to qualify either. I think this is more of a popular opinion. I think a lot of people do think that Latvia is going to really struggle again this year. Latvia is right after Serbia in the semi-final. It's performing exactly right after Serbia. And yet again, is it captivating enough? Is it going to make people want to vote for it? It's 100% televote. These two songs, Serbia and Latvia, I think personally are going to really struggle. And it's going to be, if they both get through, it's going to be a miracle. If one of them crawls through, it's literally by the skin of their teeth. And if both of them don't get through, it ain't going to be a surprise to me, I don't think. I don't think Latvia is going to qualify. I'm not the biggest fan of the song anyway. I didn't have it in my personal qualifiers. But at the start, I had it in my predicted qualifiers. But now I don't, because of the running order as well. I don't see it qualifying. Out of Serbia and Latvia, the one that I see qualifying more is Serbia. I think Serbia is more popular in the eyes of the public, but personally I think it's going to be really hard for both of them to get through. I'm going to speed through the next few. My number 6 unpopular opinion is Croatia's definitely qualifying. I don't think it's a huge unpopular opinion. I actually think it might be a popular opinion. I don't know now, but tell me in the comments what you think. Croatia, definitely qualifying. Number 7 is Belgium. Belgium, good stuff. It's one of my favourites. I hold my hands up and I'll say I love Because of You. It's the kind of thing I would just listen to the house freely. It's like something I'd stream constantly, and I have been doing. It's such a good song, and I think it's going to really appeal to people in the UK. It sounds almost quite British to me, the song. Yeah, his vocals are on point. He's a vocal coach. He's one of the best vocalists we have this year, definitely. I love him and I love the song, so it's one of my favourites. Now, my 8th unpopular opinion is, I don't know fully if it's an unpopular opinion. I think it is, to be honest with you. This might be my own biased opinion as well, but over the past few weeks I've noticed the UK gaining a bit more momentum against the others, especially in the Big Five as well. Personally think the UK are going to do a lot better than what people think. I think the majority of people are assuming that the UK are going to fall in between 15th and 10th this year maybe. I see UK coming top 10 this year. Top 5, possibly, but I'd say top 10 right now. One, because we know this is going to be staged well. I think we can guarantee that this is going to be staged well. It doesn't say here who's doing the staging for the UK, but see if it is whoever done it last year. Was it Lee Smithhurst or something? I think whoever was doing it last year, if they're doing it again this year, and the person that done Freya Sky's staging in Junior Eurovision in 2022, we have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. The staging is going to be absolutely awesome. And also, with I Wrote a Song, I think it's the type of song that could be staged a lot of different ways and still be appealing. I think it'd still be quite good. So let's hope they choose something that really captivates the juries and the people at home, because I think they're going to do it. And not to mention, they're also performing last, which is, it's both a good thing and a bad thing. Performing last, it's a blessing and a curse. The last up, so it's the most memorable, but a lot of people by the 26th song have already probably got a favourite. They're going to have to be really, really, really good for someone to knock their favourite off the top spot. But that also means that the UK could also be like 10 points, 8 points, 7 points here and there. And then we're doing well with the juries. And we know we're going to do well with the televote as well. I personally think we're going to do quite well, better than what people are thinking right now. Everyone that's watching this thinking that UK is going to flop this year, I'd quickly change your mindset, because I don't think we are. We might completely and utterly flop, but I don't think that's going to happen. Number 9, this is an unpopular opinion, I think. Italy. I don't think Italy will do very well. I love Marco. Okay, the song is good. For a Eurovision song, yeah, it's great. I mean, Duviti it's a sweet song. Is it enjoyable? Yes. Is it captivating? Not really. Is it interesting? Maybe, some of it. How are they going to stage it? Are they just going to have him standing with a mic? I hope not. I think Italy's now in the mindset of just sending slow ballads, male ballads. We've not had a female since 2016, except Måneskin. Just personally, my taste, I don't think Italy's going to do very well. I think a lot of people do think like me as well, where Italy sent better songs. They have sent better songs. This year, I think it's going to be the most difficult year for Italy to get into the top 10. Italy is always it always has been since they've returned in 2011. They've been the powerhouse of Eurovision. They've won it. They've came top 5. How many times? They've done really well. But this year I think they're going to really struggle. As I say, Italy, it's just a personal opinion. I've went on too long about Italy, but I don't know if it'll do well. It might not, but in my mind right now it's like 26th to 20th in the final. Next one is about the actual general production on the BBC. It's my 10th unpopular opinion. It's Liverpool will put on the best production that we've seen in years. As I say again, this might not be an unpopular opinion. Tell me if it is in the comments if you think this way. I mean, we have seen that Liverpool is just absolutely on it with the production. The BBC are just doing so well this year with the production. The BBC are just doing so well with the preparations this year. Like, they were a month late. So, whereas other countries and other broadcasters would have had an extra month to prepare for this, the BBC were told a month later than what the other broadcasters in the past few years have known about that they were hosting. Like, BBC got told in August that they were hosting, whereas other countries and other broadcasters would have been told a month before that. So, essentially, the BBC were a month late with this, and they're on schedule. They've done everything perfectly. They've prepared Liverpool perfectly. They've got, like, Ukrainian elements everywhere in Liverpool right now, and we're still about a month away from the actual contest. They're doing so much right now that it's unbelievable. Done so much on social media. They've tried to kind of promote each artist as we go along, which some broadcasters just don't do, so the BBC are really on it with this. Stage is getting built quite early, actually. Still only a month, and the stage is like coming along quite nicely. They've planned the Euro Village well. They've got all the they've released information about the tickets for the grand final and stuff. The one thing this year that's changed as well is about like the press and the media. They've been a bit more open with the media this year. They've been like I've had my accreditation accepted this year, and I never thought in a million years that would happen. I just got the email about a few days ago where I'm actually going to, I was going to be in Liverpool anyway, but I've been accredited, so I'm going to be bringing lots of content to you, and that's the fact. Like the BBC last year, I would never ever have got accredited, so the BBC are actually being a bit more lenient with the press this year, which is great. Yeah, they really are, and I think the production is just going to be so good. It's going to be a great show. Like, from the postcards look amazing. Seriously, they look amazing. To the hosts, it's going to be outstanding. We haven't got an interval acts yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be in the next week or two. We're going to get them. And I'm assuming we're going to get quite a big star for the final, but I'm not, I really hope that we get someone good. It's the UK, we're going to get something good. So, yeah, the production's been great. That's my unpopular opinion. I don't know if it is unpopular, but tell me in the comments if it is. Next one is a biggie. I don't want this to happen, but I put this in there because I think it might. I don't know. But my next unpopular opinion is Czechia might not qualify. I put might in there. For Latvia and Croatia, I said it's probably more likely, but I said Czechia might not qualify. It's like a slight might. I don't know. Czechia was like a favourite to win it at one point. I don't know what's actually happened. Like, there has been a bit of a decline in people loving it and people kind of connecting with it. I didn't have that first initial connection to My Sister's Crown, and then something happened, like maybe a month after it came out, and I was just like, okay, I'm vibing on this. It's actually making me a bit shivery. It's like making me a bit tearful as well. I've read the lyrics. It's a really lovely song. The live vocals at the pre-part, I know we should never ever judge vocals or anything like that. They just were very off. And I don't know about staging either. It just, something's not adding up with Czechia right now, and it's worrying me a wee bit. I say a tiny bit, a little bit, a wee bit. That's a big opinion that I've just said. So please tell me in the comments what you think. Is Czechia qualifying in your mind? Right now it is qualifying for me, but it has the opportunity to completely flop for me as well. My next unpopular opinion, I've got 4 more, is Hannah Waddingham. One of the hosts, Hannah Waddingham, is going to be the perfect host. I put this in because I think a lot of people doubted her when she was announced. It's like, who the hell is this? She's from Game of Thrones. She's from Ted Lasso. She just hosted the Olivier's, and may I say, she's done a fucking amazing job at hosting. She is so good. She can sing, she can act, she can kind of groove a bit. She can also host. She's really good. She is the perfect package for Eurovision. She can sing. She's going to be a part of the kind of opening act somehow. She has got an extremely good voice. I tell you, she's going to be so good on the Eurovision stage. I tell you, she's going to be one of the best hosts we've seen in years. She's like a Petra Meda host. She's at that level. I can tell you, we're going to get something good out of these 4 hosts. We've got Julia Sanina, and we've got Alicia Dixon. She's amazing as well. Hannah Waddingham, and we've got Graham Norton hosting the final. But yeah, I think Hannah's the standout of them 4. Even Graham, I think Hannah's going to be so good. And she is hosting the voting sequence at the end as well. My next one, I don't know if it's a huge unpopular opinion. It might be, I don't know. It is Slovenia is it's like my dark horse of this year. I think this is going to do super well. Whereas I know a lot of people have this as their top, and I know a lot of people love this song. I'm still not sure about it doing that well. If it's staged right, if his vocals are on point on the night, they're going to do really well. Potentially top 3. If the juries are on their side, I'm not saying that this actually couldn't possibly win, because I actually don't know. Slovenia is just, it's the biggest dark horse this year. It's just, I love it so much. I can't wait to see it live. I'm going to the Euro Club to see them as well. I hope, this is my biggest grower this year for me. It's a huge dark horse. It's an absolute massive, gigantic dark horse. My next one, this is a biggie. It kind of ties into the first one I done where Sweden won't win the jury or televote. I love the song, right? I do love the song, but I hate it. I hate it. I hated it last year when the favourite in the odds just runs away with it. My unpopular opinion for Loreen is I don't want her to run away with it. The way, like, I would love her to win, but I do not want her to completely run away with it. I don't want her to come first in jury and first in televote. Let someone else have the first in jury, first in televote. Don't completely run away with it like 700 points or something. I don't think that is going to happen. I'd love her to win, like, but I wouldn't want her to win with a huge margin. Give other people the chance, like, seriously. I don't think it's going to happen, but it might. It isn't an unpopular opinion though, because people love Tattoo. And my last unpopular opinion, finally. This has been a long video. My God. And this is probably my biggest one on this list. I know I've said it for nearly everyone. Norway's my winner. Norway's my winner. I don't think it's a huge unpopular opinion, to be fair. But I don't see many people having Norway as their winner. Maybe like, at best, maybe 3rd place, 4th place. I love it. It's been my favourite since I heard it at MGP. It's definitely the runaway winner for me. Yeah, I love it. And it's my kind of generic taste. I'm the kind of person that just loves the generic songs. I'm like I'm just the most stubbornest person ever. You'll never get me to budge away from something different that I've already heard before. Like, these are the songs I love, to be honest with you. I just love them. I have a generic taste, and that's why it's my winner. I'm not saying it's fully generic, but I can see why people would think it's generic. Yeah, I love Alessandra, I love the song, I love Norway, I want to go back. So that's winning in my mind. Come on, Oslo 2024. But that is it for my 15 unpopular opinions. As I say, I've said it a lot. Tell me what you think in the comments about my unpopular opinions. Give me yours, and then we can have a wee chat about them. Chat in the comments, tell me what you think. And subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And yes, I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be a little bit less controversial than this one. See you in the next one.